Hello, Miss Marwa. Hello, Miss Lamar. Mr. Mohi.
Hello.
Mr. Mohi. Miss Wala.
Hello, Mr.
Yeah, hello, everybody.
Hello, Mr.
Yeah, hello, everybody. Only 2 minutes and I will start, inshallah. Okay, let's start. Hello, guys. This is Al-Said Samir, your new colleague from West Administration in Zagazi. It's my best of luck to be with you, with this group of brilliant teachers. I will talk about my role here. As I said, I am your colleague at first, and my role here is to facilitate the e-tags by using British Council materials. So, to practice English. So, the aims of e-tags to practice English and learning new ideas, learning new teaching ideas and techniques which we can use in our classroom, okay, which we can use in our lessons. So I will start with an icebreaker, okay? Okay, so I will talk about 3 facts about me. I want to introduce me to yourself, okay? So introduce me to you. So I want you to know more about me through these 3 facts. The first one, like this. Okay, can you guess what is this fact about me? Hello? Hello, guys? Hello?
Hello, Mr.
Okay,
Hello.
do you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, so I will start with the 3 facts about me. I want to guess what is the first fact about me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, this is the first one. Can you guess?
Language in the class. Language in the class.
Language in the class. No, this is a fact about me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I want to introduce myself to you through 3 facts about me. Okay, this is the first one. A teacher, then Nttb, then a career. Can you guess what? Okay. I will tell you this, the first fact. I have worked as an English teacher since 2012. The beginning of my career was so hard, as most of all teachers. I had to travel 6 hours every day. 3 hours to my school and the other 3 hours back to my home. And I didn't have a chance to develop myself until I moved into the West Administration. Okay. Then I joined NTTP-Year 1 National Teacher Training Program. From here, or from this point, I began to develop myself. And I will never stop until I reach, inshallah. And I owe too much. Yeah, I owe too much to my previous trainer, Hadil Naji. I owe to her too much, and I want to say thank you to her. So, does any one of you have the same conditions, have the same circumstances like me? Or have you ever traveled to your school? Huh? Anyone can answer? Raise your hand. You can raise your hand. You can unmute yourself and speak. Guys. Again, does anyone have the same condition like me? Or have you ever traveled to your school?
We all have no time to develop myself.
Yes, you don't have a time to develop yourself. Okay, but
Yes.
Miss Lamar, yes.
Yes.
Okay, but you joined the NTTP program first year, yes? Yes, Miss Lamar? Miss Lamar. Okay, anyone? Anyone else?
Will you join?
Yeah. Yes, who's speaking? Who is speaking? Who is speaking? Come on, guys. Come on, come on.
We join to the program to develop myself.
Yeah, to develop ourselves. Okay.
Ourselves. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the first fact about me, that I have to travel, or I had to travel to my school. The second one. Like this. Can you guess? Can you guess? This is a second fact about me. Can you guess?
Your career?
No. I finished my career. I finished talking about my career. This is another fact about me, about charity. Okay. I love the voluntary work. I adore the voluntary work. I have been a volunteer in one of the most famous charities in Egypt since 2006, and I organized. Yeah. Okay. I organized great events for many years. Okay. I was a leader of a team consisted of 250 members. Okay, and the aim of this event is to deliver clothes to needy families. Okay, have you ever? My question is: have you ever participated in any event or teamwork before?
No. No,
Anyone?
mister.
Okay, anyone? Have you ever participated in any event or teamwork? Okay. Okay. The third fact about me that I what? Can you guess? That's easy. Yeah, that's easy. Can you guess? Hello guys, come on. Okay. The third fact is that I love sitting in front of the sea, okay? Especially in Alex, and I love the city so much. Have you ever traveled to any coastal city before? That's easy. Anyone? Miss Wala? Miss Wala?
I haven't.
Any coastal city, Alex?
Years ago, yeah. I don't remember. Years ago.
Okay.
I went to Alex.
Yes.
Bad weather?
Bad weather? No. I love.
I went once to Alex years ago. I don't remember really.
Okay, but you traveled before.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay, these are the three facts about me. Okay, about my career. Okay, about my hobby that I love, and about sitting in front of the sea. Okay. So let's move. Let's start. Okay, in year 2, the objectives of the Nttb are. Okay, what are the objectives of the Nttb? The first, embed. Okay, so what is the meaning of embed? To embed sustainable communities of practice in each of 27 governorates. Okay, so the first aim of year 2 to embed sustainable communities of practice. What the meaning of embed? Embed means integrate or include. Okay, such as tags. What are you doing now? Sustainable communities of practice. Practice. Okay. The next one, enhance. Enhance to support the teachers to enhance their English and teaching skills. Okay, to support the teacher to enhance their English and teaching skills, as well as knowledge of learner-centered technique. Learner-centered techniques. Okay, what is learner-centered technique? Do you know? Do you know what is learner-centered technique? Huh? What's learner-centered technique? Do you know? Please try to participate. Why not to make mistakes? We aren't native speakers. Try to speak. Why not?
Maybe
Yes,
the way
Miss
we
Ghada Abdu. Yes, Miss Ghada.
okay for skills.
What is the learner-centered techniques? Do you know what is learner-centered techniques?
Maybe the way we teach pupils in class.
Yeah, it's one technique of teaching to the learners. But what I mean by learner-centered technique? Learner-centered technique, the learner is the center of the learning process. Okay?
Pupil is the center of the
Okay, so what I mean, the learner is the center of the learning process. The student is more active.
Yes.
The student.
Yes.
Yeah, who is speaking? Huh? Who is speaking?
Student is the main. Miss Ines.
Yes, Miss Ines. Okay. The student what?
Students is the main. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, go on. Go on, Miss Iman. Miss Ines.
Yes. يعني student is the main يعني مش قادرة أوصلها.
Student who is more active. Yeah, students more active.
Yes.
Yeah, a student
More active in the class.
Yes. Huh?
The teacher is only.
Huh? The teacher is only what?
The learner is the source. I think the learner.
Who is speaking, sir? Who is speaking? Who is speaking, sir? Mr. Ayman? Mr. what? Mr. Saeed? Who is speaking?
Mr. Saeed.
Mr. Saeed?
Mr. Saeed.
Okay.
أيوة.
Yes.
I think the learner is the most important member in all the process.
Yes, excellent. Yes, good job. The student is more active. The most important element in the learning process, such as he helps the teacher with teaching materials, through discussion, through role play. Okay, through discussion, through role play. He helps the teacher set the rules. Yes. Who is speaking? Okay. The learner helps the teacher to explain the materials through discussion, as I said, and role play. That the learner become more independent and can express himself. This what I mean by learner-centered technique. Okay. Okay. And the third one, or the third aim of year 2, extend. To extend the capacity of a cadre of teacher educators who can lead on CPD for teachers. Okay, so do you know what is CPD? What is CPD? Do you know what is CPD? Yeah. Okay, CPD means continuing professional development. Continuing professional development. Yes, it's a lifelong process by which we try to develop our personal qualities and practice leading to the development of the organization and the pupils. Okay, so it's a lifelong process to develop ourselves, such as we do now. Okay, such as we do now. The E tags. The E tags aim to CPD. Okay, continuing professional development. Or what you can call in Arabic التنمية المهنية المستدامة. Okay, okay. So next. Structure of year 2. 1 minute please. Okay. Structure of year 2 e-tags. This course will last for 6 months. Okay. Every month we will have 2 e-tags. E-tag A and E-tag B. Okay. E-tag A will be for theoretical information. Okay. And E-tag B will be a practical application. And in between tags, we will do some tasks on Google Classroom. Okay, so we have 2 e-tags every month, one for theoretical information and the other for practical application. And in between these 2 tags, we will do some tasks in Google Classroom. Okay, the outline of this course. There will be 6 workshops, and every workshop we will have 2 e-tags in every workshop. And these are the topics that we will talk about in this course. For example, understanding 21st century skills, understanding classroom language, as we will explain today. Okay, understanding learning techniques, lesson planning, practice activities, understanding thinking skills, and so on. Okay. Okay. So our session today. Today our session will be about 2 main topics. The first one, Introduction to 21st Century Skills. And this is part A, because there is another session about 21st Century Skills. And the second topic is developing our classroom language. It's also part A about classroom language. Okay, so we will talk about these 2 topics. Okay, please don't draw on the slides, please. Okay, don't draw on the slide, please. Okay, next. Before we start workshop 1, try to think about how confident you are in the following areas. Before we start workshop 1, think about how confident you are in these following areas. So please read these phrases and answer about them with yes I can, no quite sure, or no I can't. Okay, you have a minute. I'm gonna give you a couple of questions about at first, understanding 21st century skills. By the end of the session, you will be able to state what 21st century skills are. State means clarify. Okay, understand why they are important for your learners, why these skills are important for your learners. define deep learning. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple of questions. The first one, what are 21st century skills? What are 21st century skills? Please try to think about the skills and write down in the chat box, please. Okay, and write down in the chat box, please. Okay, you have a minute. Try to think about the 21st century skills. Okay, and write down in the chat box, please. Okay, write in the chat box, please. Okay, who can tell me what are the 21st century skills? Huh? Who can tell me what are 21st century skills? You can unmute yourself. Yes.
Okay, critical thinking.
Yes, excellent.
Critical,
Critical thinking.
Very important.
Yes.
Yes, creativity.
Yeah.
Cooperation.
Cooperation. Yes.
Yes. I think communication.
Yes, communication. Excellent.
Technology techniques.
Technology. Yeah. I want another one. Thank you so much, Miss Ghada. I want another one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself and speak. You can unmute yourself and speak. Yes, Mr. Said Sobh. I think mutual understanding between the teacher and the learner. Okay. Mr. Mustafa Omar, communication. Yeah, cooperation, creativity, critical thinking. Yeah, thank you, sir. Ms. Ghada, creativity. Yeah, Ms. Ines, cooperative. Yeah, cooperation. Again, Ms. Ghada. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Using the internet and benefit from new technology, Ms. Wala. Yes, excellent. Okay, so. Okay. Let's see. Please, this is a part of a report. Okay. I'm gonna focus on in this part of report on 3 phrases. The first one, the quality of the education. The second one, a global learning crisis. And the third one, the Arab states. Okay, so I'll give you a minute to read this part of report, and I will give a comment on it. Okay. Okay, read it quickly, please. Okay, have you finished?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, another. Who is Oppo A52? Who is Oppo 52? Who is Oppo 52?
أنا منال يا مستر.
Mrs. Manal. Okay, Miss Manal. You write your name. You write down your name in a chat box. You write your name in a chat box, Miss Manal, or not?
في السيشن اللي فات مش بس المرة دي ما جابليش.
Okay, you can write it. Click on more. Okay, click on more and chat box. Choose chat box.
Okay.
Okay, chat. More and click on chat. The chat box will appear in front of you. Write down your name, please. Okay, so we are going to see from this report that the quality of education isn't as high as we think, and this leads to a global learning crisis. Again, the quality of education isn't as high as we think, and this leads a global learning crisis, which indicates that the children or the students aren't actually receiving the basic skills. And we are talking about these problems in some countries, such as South or West Asia and the Arab states, and especially in the Arab states. Okay? And I will ask a question. Do you think the quality of education in Egypt is good or not?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, mister.
Yes. Why? Can you give me a reason? Why? Why is it not good? Why? Why?
As we can communicate
We can't communicate? Yeah, the children or the students, the children.
with native language.
Again, please, miss. Again.
As we can to communicate with native language.
Yeah, in English. In English?
Yes.
Okay. Or the learners didn't get the basic skills that they need to deal with the new technology. Okay, and that we will do now. Okay, we want to make an integration between the skills, the basic skills, and the new technology, as I will explain. Okay, next. Why should we know the 21st century skills? Yes, the internet, because of the internet. The internet has opened access to a vast amount of information. There is a lot of information that the learners can reach, okay, or can serve on the internet. But the learners need to be equipped with what have been called 21st century skills, okay, to deal with these information, or sorry, this information, to deal with this information, okay. So again, why should we know the 21st century skills? As I said before, because of the internet give an access to a vast amount of information, and the learners need to be equipped with what have been called 21st century skills. Okay, please write down your names. Okay, write down your names again in chat box, please. Okay, write down your names, please, in chat box, please. Okay, so
Again?
please. Okay, again. Okay, in 21st century skills, so the students need to be equipped with what have been called the 21st century skills to deal with this vast amount of information. Okay, so what are the 21st century skills? What are the 21st century skills? We will watch a video and make a list. Okay, we'll watch a video and make a list. Do you see my screen? Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I will turn on the video.
Okay.
I will turn on the video, and I'll try to make sure that you hear the sound clearly, and then I will start it again. Okay. Hi, Mr. Ayman. Miss Amani. Sorry. Yeah.
Those skills may not be a term that you are familiar with.
Do you hear the sound clearly?
No.
Again.
Core skills may not be a term that you are familiar with. You may be more familiar with 21st century skills or life skills, but they all mean broadly the same thing. These are some of those key classroom skills such as critical thinking, leadership, confidence, media literacy.
Do you hear it well? Do you hear him well?
I can't hear.
No, not clear, but we are going to read.
Okay. I
Okay.
think his voice at the first of the video or at the beginning of the video is so low, but the second part of the video you will hear him well. Okay. Try to make a list of 21st century skills. Okay. So watch the video and make a list of 21st century skills. Okay.
Skills or life skills, but they all mean broadly the same thing. These are some of those key classroom skills such as critical thinking, leadership, confidence, media literacy, creativity, time management, flexibility, all of these skills which should be integrated and embedded within good English language teaching practice. Lots of teachers will already do lots of these skills that are already found within many of your lessons, but it's perhaps something that as teachers we need to be a bit more conscious of, a bit more focused on, and talk to our students about how we can actually develop them and why they're important in our learning.
Well, the first core skill is critical thinking and problem solving, and as language teachers we really need to help our learners develop this skill because it allows them to understand how language is used in very different ways in very different contexts. By being critical and taking a critical approach to texts, whether those are written texts in newspapers or spoken discourse, by enabling our learners to become problem solvers with and through language, we are helping them become better language learners. The second core skill is collaboration and communication. Again, language teachers have lots of opportunities to produce activities that facilitate the kinds of collaborative activities that will enable their learners to become better speakers and writers of English. So it's by using those opportunities to work together with other people collaboratively that we become better language users. Creativity and imagination is another core skill. Language learning provides so many different opportunities for imaginative types of approaches to, whether that's through artistic or through song and drama or through written language and expressing ourselves through stories. Another core skill is citizenship. Citizenship as being a member of a class, being a member of a group, a school, a online learning community. Being a citizen is expressed through language, and so language teachers are in a really good place to help learners develop that skill. Digital literacy, really important core skill, and it's important because in a world where we are constantly online now, and enabling our learners to be able to work with different kinds of digital texts. It's a really important skill, whatever language is being used. And the final core skill, leadership and personal development. This brings all of those other core skills together. As English language teachers, we can help our learners plan, think through their own learning, become autonomous learners by developing this core skill.
Okay, so who can give me a list of 21st century skills? Yeah, unmute yourself and speak, please. Who can give
Critical thinking,
Yeah,
problem solving, leadership, creativity, time management, confidence, media literacy.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Wala. Yes, Miss Wala.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So the 21st century skills are citizenship, Okay. Critical thinking and problem solving. Okay. Ms. Ghada, Ms. Ghada, Ms. Ghada, there is a problem?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you write down in the chat box. Can you hear me? Okay, we hear you well now.
The video. You know the video, not you.
The video. Oh, okay.
Okay, yes, okay.
I'm sorry, because maybe a poor connection, so you can't hear the voice of the video.
I think it was not clear for all, not me all.
For all?
I think that the second person, not the first one.
The first one.
Please,
sorry, but this is a video that we have. Okay, so there's some subtitles on the video, so we can know what he is speaking about. Yeah.
Yes, Mister.
Yes. Okay. So the third one, creativity and imagination, student leadership and personal development. Okay. Collaboration and communication, digital literacy. Okay. So I want you to take a screenshot for this slide, please. Okay. Take a screenshot for this slide. Okay. Take a screenshot for this slide.
Okay.
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 Have you finished?
Okay then.
Done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And the next slide again. Take a screenshot.
Okay then.
Okay. So you have 5 minutes to answer this exercise. Okay, we want to match these skills with their definitions. Okay, you have 2 screenshots. Okay, the screenshots have the definitions of the skills. Okay, of these skills. We want to match the skills with their definitions. Okay, so read the definition and try to match with the skill. Okay, you have 3 minutes to do this.
Can you number them, please?
Okay, why not? Okay, why
so
not?
it's,
As you
yes,
like.
okay.
Okay, as you like. Okay, as you like.
Okay, okay, thank you.
When you finish, try to write done in the chat box. Okay, when you finish, write done in the chat box.
كلهم مش
Quickly, please. Quickly, please. We are still have more slides. A lot of slides. Please, quickly.
The last definition?
Yes.
It's student leadership and personal development.
I don't want the answers now. All the body has finished or not? All of you have finished or not? All of you have finished or not? Please write done on the chat box or unmute yourself and tell me. Okay. Who can read the first one?
that pedestrian and innovative can you put it critical thinking and writing.
Okay, have you finished? Have you finished? Have you finished, my dear?
Number 1.
Yeah, who can read? Yeah, read and answer number 1. Yes. Who is speaking?
Yes, Mister.
Who is speaking?
Miss Amani.
Okay, Miss Amani. Read, Miss Amani, and answer.
Self-directed thinking that produce new and innovative ideas and solves the problems, reflecting critically on learning experiences and the processes and making effective decisions.
Yes. What's the answer?
Critical thinking and the problem solving.
Yes, excellent. Critical thinking and solving problem solving. Yes. That's the first one. Critical thinking and problem solving or solving the problems. Okay. The next or the second one. Who can answer? Yeah. Come on, my dear.
Sorry.
Yes, who can read and answer? I can choose, Miss Wala.
I think citizenship.
Number 2, citizenship.
I do.
Okay, so
yes.
To read, Miss Wala, read it, Miss Wala, and we will answer together.
Communicating effectively, orally, and in writing.
Yeah, communicating. Okay, communicating effectively, orally, and in writing. Yeah.
Actively listening to others in diverse and in multilingual environments and understanding verbal and non-verbal communication, assuming shared responsibility, cooperating and compromising to produce new and innovative ideas and solutions. Developing innovation and curiosity, imagining and carrying out new ideas.
So communicating. So this is the first word. Communicating effectively, orally, and in writing. So this is what? Yeah. Can you answer, Miss Wala?
Creativity.
No. Collaboration and communication.
Yes, Mister.
Yes.
Can I answer?
Yes.
Miss Amani.
Yeah, Miss Amani. Okay.
Collaboration and communication.
Yes.
Communication.
Yes. Collaboration and communication. Yes. Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Wala. Thank you, Miss Amani. Okay. Another one, please. Okay. Another one, please.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Who's speaking?
Mom, Miss Ines.
Miss Ines. Okay, Miss Ines, read the third one and answer.
Yes. Developing innovation and curiosity.
Innovation and curiosity. Yeah.
You can hear me? You can hear me, Mister?
Yeah. I hear you well. Yeah.
أنا سامعهم بس فين مش عارف أشارك معاهم ليه؟
Imagining and carrying out new ideas.
Yes.
أمال أنا مش عارف أشارك معاهم ليه ده سامعهم هو بيتكلموا.
Okay, who is speaking? Who is Huawei 9?
إيه؟
Okay, who is Huawei 9 Prime? Yeah. Who is Huawei 9 Prime? I hear you. Okay, I will mute you all, and if you want to
ماشي
speak.
العيال بتتكلم، طب انا ما بتكلمش ليه؟
Okay, Miss Ines, I will unmute you. Okay, unmute yourself, Miss Ines, and speak again. Yes.
Creativity and imagination.
Yes, creativity and imagination. Okay, the third one, creativity and imagination. Okay, the next slide. Number 4. Yeah, the fourth.
Okay, I can read it.
Okay, who is speaking?
Mrs. Ghada.
Yeah, who is speaking? Mrs. Ghada. Yeah, Ms. Ghada.
Okay. Developing active, globally aware citizens who have the skills, knowledge, and motivations to address issues of human and environment, sustainability, and work towards a fairer world in a spirit of mutual respect and open dialogue, developing an understanding of what it means to be citizen to your own country and your own country's values. That's citizenship.
Yes,
I think.
Citizenship. Yes, excellent. Good job. That's a citizenship.
Thank you.
Okay, please, Hawaii 9 Prime, please mute your camera. Close your camera, please. Oh my God.
If you can close it, you can do share, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are still opening and closing it. Okay, so the fourth one, sorry, the fifth one. Okay, who can answer? Okay. Using technology as a tool to reinforce, extend, and deepen learning, enabling the learners to discover and communicate knowledge and information in a globalized world. So, what is the answer? What is the answer? Huh? Okay. Who is speaking? Miss Asma Mahmoud. Okay, can you answer this? Okay, who can answer? Okay, Miss Manal, Miss Marwa, Mustafa.
Cooperation and communication.
No, we choose collaboration and communication.
Using digital.
Yeah, digital literacy.
Digital.
Yeah,
Yes,
digital literacy. Excellent, digital literacy.
Okay.
Okay, and the last one.
I can read it if you want.
Okay, who is speaking?
Mrs. Ghada. Developing honesty, leadership, and responsibility in learners to help them to contribute to the safety and benefit of others, developing career and life skills, and encouraging lifelong learning. The leadership of it's difficult to go to our screenshots and return again to the yes.
Leadership. Yeah, student leadership.
You can't do. Okay, you can't put the two pictures at the same time, please.
It's difficult. It will not be clear in front of you.
Yeah, okay.
It will.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, so it's student leadership. Yes.
Yes.
And
Okay.
personal development. Yes. Thank you so much.
Can you put the first one to have a screenshot of it, please?
What?
Okay.
What? Again.
The first slide to have a screenshot of it, please.
Okay. I will tell you the page in your book. This exercise you will find in your reflective journals. Okay, and I will determine the page on the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You are welcome. Okay, next. Okay, so what do you understand by 21st century skills? And I want all of you please pay attention because it is the most important thing here. Okay, so these are the skills learner need to have. Okay, when I speak about 21st century skills, I speak about two important skills, such as literacy and numeracy. Okay, can you tell me what is literacy or numeracy? Literacy means writing and reading. Numeracy means arithmetic. Arithmetic or mathematics. Okay, arithmetic or mathematics. Okay, 1 minute please. I wanted to close the video of Huawei Y9. Still video.
Yes, please.
Okay, so literacy means reading and writing. Numeracy means mathematics, okay, or arithmetic, okay, as well as skills such as creativity and ICT. Okay, so what is ICT? ICT is abbreviation for Information and Communication Technology. So we wanted to make an integration between the basic skills, literacy and numeracy, and the 21st century skills, creativity, ICT, digital literacy, critical thinking, and so on. Okay, so what do you understand by 21st century skills? So why might they be important for their learners to develop? Why do you want to develop these skills? Okay, these skills. Why? Because these skills are essential for learners to participate in the world of technology and information. Okay, so the aim of learning the 21st century skills, as I said before, because of the internet, because of a vast amount of information, we want the students to deal with this information. How? By using these skills. Okay, by using 21st century skills. So this is the importance of 21st century skills. Okay, do you understand me or?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now let's move to deep learning. Okay, at first read this paragraph. Okay, and then answer the two questions. Decide what is meant by deep learning and decide why it's important. Firstly, you will read this paragraph and answer these two questions. Okay, you have only 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes.
Okay. One.
Okay, have you finished?
Yep.
Okay, have you finished?
Yes, I
Okay,
have.
who can read the paragraph? Who can read the paragraph?
Okay. One of the key challenges for us this century is to improve educational quality in all contexts, leading to improved learning outcomes for our learners.
Okay, Ms. Ghada.
To do
Okay,
this,
Ms.
we
Ghada. Okay, if we improve the quality of education, we will improve the learning outcomes. So the educational quality related to the outcomes that we need. Okay.
For our learners.
Oh, for our learners. Yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
To do this, we need to prepare our learners properly for the world of work through the acquisition of these 21st century core skills.
Yeah, core skills, main skills. Okay, and this is involving teaching, which moves the learners from surface to deep learning. Okay, so
Yeah.
what is meant by deep learning? We want to move the learners from the surface. What's the meaning of the surface? I mean
سطحية تقريبا.
I mean the basic skills such as reading, writing, and mathematics. To deep learning. Deep learning means the integration with
Creativity.
the, yes, excellent.
ICT.
Yeah, ICT, digital literacy, critical thinking, citizenship, and so on. Okay, so we
Cooperation.
want to move the learners from basic skills, from the surface of learning to deep learning. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so next. Okay. What do you mean by deep learning? So as I said before, and this is the last thing I will talk about deep learning and about 21st century skills, and I will move to another topic. Okay, so what do you mean by deep learning? As I said, we have basic skills. Okay, the session will end in 10 minutes. Okay, if it's cut,
Yeah,
if it
yeah,
cuts out, we will click on the link again and enter the meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah. Okay, so as I said, we have basic skills which related to numeracy, yeah, and literacy. Okay, numeracy and literacy. Or when what you call it 3 R's. 3 R's: reading, reading, writing, and arithmetic or mathematics. So these are the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetics. Okay, so we want to move to deep learning. How? Involves the integration of the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetics with the 4 C's. What are the 4 C's? Communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking, as well as citizenship, digital literacy, and information and communication technology. Okay, so we aim to deep learning that involves the integration of the 3 R's with 4 C's. Okay, so there is an important thing about ICT. ICT means information and communication technology. Okay, so what is this important thing? We don't only use technology, okay, for the sake of technology itself, but we want the use to be transformative use of ICT. What I mean by transformative, okay, the use to aim for deep learning, the use of technology that aim for deep learning. Why? To enhance the learning process. For example, using a video. When you use a video in the classroom, we don't use the video for the video itself, but the aim of using video. Okay? So what are you enhancing by using this video? Okay, this is what I mean by transformative use of ICT. Okay, the aim of using technology. Okay, the aim or what do you want by using this kind of technology? To enhance the learning process. Okay, that is the meaning of transformative use of ICT. Okay.
Okay.
It's clear. Any questions here?
Yeah.
Any questions here?
Thank you.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, this is a quick introduction. This is a quick introduction of the 21st century skills. Okay, we haven't finished this topic yet, and we are gonna tackle it with more discussion in session B. Okay, and now I'm gonna move to another important topic, which is tackling the classroom language. Okay, we use I mean the classroom language, the language we use in our class. Okay, so by the end of this session part, you will have defined how lessons are started and finished. Okay, identified elements and phrases that can be used to start a lesson, and developing ways to promote social language when starting and finishing a class. Okay, so I'm gonna start here by letting you listen to 5 different teachers and know how these teachers start their lesson. After listening, we will match them to their approaches. Yeah, approaches are like greeting the learners, collect homework, take the register, discuss a topic, and start the plan. Okay, so we will hear for these different teachers and then match them with their approaches of starting lesson. Okay, the first one.
There's always so much to get through, so I just like to go into the classroom and start the lesson straight away. Plus, it's better to keep the children busy. I usually fill the register in later.
Okay, again.
I'm sorry,
There's always so much to get through, so I just like to go into the classroom and start the lesson straight away. Plus, it's better to keep the children busy. I usually fill the register in later.
Okay, the second one.
I like to start with a bit of a chat. The topic depends on the class level and also what's going on. For example, we might talk about an important football game or a popular TV program.
Discuss a topic.
Okay, the third one.
I always start with the register. I think it's good to have a routine, and the children expect this. If something interesting has come up recently, I can bring it up at this point. Recently, Maya was absent because she had to go to the maternity hospital with her mother. So I asked her, "How's your baby brother?"
Okay, the fourth.
With younger classes, we often sing a hello song to start the lesson. With the older ones, I just say good morning or afternoon and the whole class replies. Sometimes I ask a few of the children how they are, to make sure they're listening and ready for English.
Okay, the fifth.
There are so many tests these days that I nearly always have to set homework. So I usually start the next lesson by asking them to get their papers out and pass them to the front row.
Okay. Okay, try to check your answers. Okay, who can answer the first one? What is the approach of the first teacher?
Great learners.
Who can answer?
The first one, great learners.
The first one?
Great learners.
Anyone have another has another opinion? The first one? The first one, start the plan. Start the plan. Okay. Okay. So start the plan. The second one. Okay, we have only 2 minutes, okay, and the session or the meeting will cut, okay, cut out. So we will click on the link, and this will be the last one. If we don't finish the material, okay, we will complete it in the next session, inshallah. Okay. Okay, so the next half hour, okay, it will be the last. And if we don't complete the material, we will complete it in the next session, inshallah. Okay. Okay, the second one, who can answer?
Discuss a topic.
Yes, excellent. Yeah, excellent. Discuss a topic. Okay.
I think it would be better to answer when we was listening.
Why?
I don't have a screenshot of them.
You write down. Okay. You write down your answers, miss.
Okay.
Okay. The third one. The third one.
I forget them. Sorry.
Okay, the third one. Please, every.
I asked about.
يا آخر واحدة collect homework.
Yes, the fifth one is collecting homework.
Fourth one,
greeting the learner.
Yes.
Take
The register.
register.
Take the register. And the fourth one, greeting the learners. And the last one, collect homework. Okay. So, which approach do you prefer to use in the class and why? Which approach do you prefer? Approach to prefer to use?
Discuss a topic.
Discuss a topic. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Why, man? Why?
It's something like warming up for them.
Yeah, warming up.
Okay.
Yes. And
you
encourage the students to speak.
Yes.
Okay. And don't
Sometimes
be shy.
To encourage the students.
Brainstorming for their ideas about the new lesson.
Okay. Another one. Another one.
We only have half minute. You can close and re-enter again.
Okay, we can leave the meeting now and click on the link again, and we will complete. Okay. See you.
Okay.
See you.
Welcome again.
Welcome back again. Okay, you can write your names until the others enter the meeting.
When I click the link, sorry, Mr. Said. When I click the link, okay, it makes me return again to the link. Why? I don't enter directly.
Yeah, because I make a waiting room.
That's normal.
Yes,
okay.
It's normal because I made a waiting room. Okay, because I wanted to admit what I want. I don't want anyone to enter the meeting that we don't know.
Okay, Mr.
Okay, I will go on until the others join. Okay, so let's talk about the language you use. Let's talk about the language you use when you start or finish a class. Okay. So I'm gonna present some activities, okay, that we use inside the classroom to start or finish a lesson. Okay. The first one, greeting the learners. Okay, greeting the learners. We start or finish the class. We use it at the beginning or at the end.
Both.
When do you use both?
I make it both.
Okay, but greeting the learners at the beginning, okay, but at the end, okay, ending lesson or closing now. Okay. The second one, taking the register. The third one, collecting the homework. Discussing topics such as the weekend. beginning the lesson, asking what they liked about the lesson, doing a game at the end, setting homework, telling learners to put their books away, and saying goodbye or ending the lesson. So when do you do these activities? At the beginning of the lesson or at the end of the lesson? As we said, greeting the learners at the beginning of the lesson.
Beginning.
Okay. So take the register. Start or finish a class, or at the beginning or at the end?
At the beginning.
Yes. Take the register.
At the beginning.
Yeah, who is speaking? Okay, who's speaking? Okay. Okay, collecting the homework. Collecting the homework. Collecting
At the end. At the end of the lesson.
At the end of the lesson.
At the end of the lesson.
Okay. Discussing a topic such a weekend. We can use it as a warm-up.
Or language.
As a warm-up. So, at the start of the lesson. Beginning of the lesson. Beginning the lesson. Okay. We begin the lesson. Ask them what they liked about the lesson. At the beginning
at the
or
end
at the
of
end?
the lesson.
At the end.
Yeah, at the end of.
At the end of the lesson.
Yeah, at the end of the lesson. Yeah. Okay, doing a game at the end. Yes.
At the end.
At the end. Setting homework.
Doing a game at the end.
We can start the lesson with doing a game.
At the
No
beginning of the
problem if
lesson,
we do that.
we will start with a game.
Yeah.
Okay, as what?
Not
As warm-up?
not the near start يعني after 10 minutes 5 minutes yes.
Yes, sometimes we can.
I sometimes making him refreshing for his standing up, sit down,
Okay, why not?
drink
Okay,
water.
Okay, why not? This is
For primary stages,
yeah, this is your approach. Okay, why not?
Okay.
Your approach. Okay, setting homework.
At the end.
At the end. Telling learners to put their
At the end of the
at the beginning or at the end.
At the end.
Yeah, at the end. And say goodbye at the end. Okay, but do you usually use English or the learner's own language, like Arabic? Use English or own language of the learner or both? Okay.
Both.
Who is speaking?
No, I 90% using English.
90%. Okay. Another one. Who is speaking at first? Miss Gada or what? Miss Ines?
Yes,
Gada?
yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that's important to use English with your learners? It's important to use English with your learners?
Very important.
Yeah, it's very important. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the learners they used to hear English, okay, and step by step. Okay, and step by step they.
I can't hear you. Please raise your voice.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. This is so important to use English at the classroom because step by step the learners will be able to use English and will be able to understand you. Okay, so if you tried to speak English with your learners but they couldn't understand you, what would you do? If you tried,
repeat it again.
If you tried to speak English with your learners, okay, but they don't understand you, okay, what would you do?
Many steps. I repeat it again.
Okay, again.
I can bring a volunteer to do the same what I want them to do. Like open your book. It's very simple.
Yep.
Okay, they can't. I hold a book and I open it. I am opening my book.
Okay. Okay, excellent. Okay. If you don't understand, do you use your own language or the learner's own language, such as Arabic?
No, not all. Maybe 5 students can't understand me.
Yes.
I can go near them
Yes.
and I can give them directions without hearing all the class. Okay. All the class, no, already know. I'm understanding what I want. Okay.
Okay.
But these only 5 low achievers can't understand me. I can help them.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Ghad. Okay.
If I tell them Arabic, if I tell them the Arabic, they will use it to that. Okay.
Okay. We can we use it when we speak when we tell a story? Can we use Arabic when we tell a story?
New vocabulary.
What?
New vocabulary.
New vocabulary.
If I say yes, I said new vocabulary. I can. I will try to explain it first.
In Arabic?
If they don't know the meaning,
don't use
with explanation.
In Arabic, you present the new vocab in Arabic. Why don't you use flashcards or pictures?
Not on new no, not all of them. We know the approach of introducing new voc. I can have a picture, realia,
yes.
Explanation.
Yes.
Translation, that will be the last step for me, the last solution.
Yes. That's what I want. You don't use Arabic until you find that
not from the first. No.
Don't follow you or don't understand you. Yeah, that's the last.
And not all learners, low achievers only. Low achievers only.
The last solution.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Some abstract words.
Some abstract words.
Some abstract words. They can.
It may be difficult for them. Okay.
Honesty. Yeah, like that.
Okay, I will move because of the time. I'll move to another slide.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an exercise. Okay, match the following phrases to the actives above and write them into the table. Okay, so I will return to this slide. Okay, take a screenshot. Sorry, take a screenshot for this slide at first. Take a screenshot at first. Okay, and when you answer, write down your answers. Okay. Have you finished?
We take a screenshot for the second, please. Second slide.
Yes, I will leave the second one. Okay. So read the phrase, and try to choose the activity. Okay. Okay. You have 3 minutes to answer. Okay. I will leave this slide. Okay. So look at the activity and try to answer this exercise.
Okay, I finished.
Okay, have you finished? All of you, have you finished? Okay, another minute.
Okay.
Please, who is Huawei Y9 Prime? Who is Huawei? Huawei Y9.
You have to speak in Arabic to understand what you are doing.
There is a name of participant, Huawei Y9 Prime. Okay, who is he? I don't know his name.
I think he can't understand what are you talking about.
I don't want to speak in Arabic.
You can write on WhatsApp.
Okay, so
I want in Arabic.
Okay, I recorded this session. Okay, and I will.
Yeah, I know it's recorded.
I will ask you on the WhatsApp group, inshallah.
Okay. Inshallah.
Okay, so who will answer the first one?
Okay, the first one is done. Number 2.
I want other people, please. I want other people. Mr. Mustafa, Mrs. Marwa, Mr.
Okay.
Mr. Saeed. I want another. Mrs. Manal, can you answer the first one? Mrs. Manal, do you hear me? Another one, Mrs. Marwa.
No, yes.
Okay, can you answer the first one?
Can I collect? No.
Okay, go on.
Can I collect the homework? Collecting the homework.
Yeah, collecting the homework. Yeah. The second one, who can answer? Okay,
I'll see you at the next lesson.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Yes. Yes, Miss Ines.
Saying goodbye.
Yeah, saying goodbye. So the first one, collecting the homework. The second one, saying goodbye. Okay, the third one, who can answer?
Take the register now. Taking the registers.
Register.
Register.
Register. Register.
Register.
Sound. Register.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, taking the register.
Yes, Mister.
Yes. Who is speaking? Mrs. Amani?
Miss Amani.
Yeah, Miss Amani, go on.
Okay, let's begin the lesson.
Yeah.
Number E. Beginning the lesson.
Yeah, beginning the lesson. Yes. Excellent. Yeah, beginning the lesson. Good job.
Number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
Can I see number 5?
Okay. Can you put your box away?
Can you put your books away, please?
Yes.
I telling learners to put their books away.
Yes, telling learners to put their books away. Okay, another one. Miss Marwa Muhammad, do you hear me?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, can you answer number 6? What did you do at the weekend?
Weekend. طب ثواني معلش what did you do at the weekend? Discussing a topic such as the weekend.
Such as a weekend. Okay, Mr. Mustafa. Okay, you can unmute yourself and speak, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. What did you like about today's lesson?
What did you like about today's lesson? Number F.
Yeah, number F. Asking what they liked about the lesson. Yeah, thank you, sir.
What you liked about the lesson?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Can you answer the number 8?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Let's do a little game about before we finish the lesson. Number H.
No, G, Mister.
Sorry.
Yeah, number G.
Doing a game, yes.
Yeah,
Sorry. Doing a game.
Yeah.
Doing a game.
Yes.
Okay. Doing a game. Number G.
Yeah,
Yes.
good job.
Okay.
Doing a game at the end. Okay.
The next one.
Okay, next one. Okay.
Good morning, afternoon, hello. The greeting. Number A.
Okay, greeting. I want another one.
Number A.
Okay, I want another one.
The last one. For homework, I'd like you to turn to page
6.
Sitting. Homework.
Filling the homework.
Yes, excellent.
Number
Sitting
I.
homework. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Not at all.
Thank you.
Number
You're welcome.
Okay. I will move to another slide. Okay. There are some situations. These are some situations, okay, that you may have in your classroom, or some activities that the teacher do in the classroom. So try to think about what you could say in each situation. Okay, again, in this exercise, there are some activities, okay, what the teacher did. So there are some activities that the teacher do in the class. Try to think about what the teacher could say in this situation. That's the first. And then try to put them in order. So you try to think about what the teacher could say, and then we will put them in order. Okay? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm here. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you hear me?
Okay.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes, welcome again.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you. So you have only 5 minutes because I wanted to finish this point, and that is the last thing I will talk about in our session today. Okay. This exercise, we will answer this exercise only. Okay, and finish the session or finish the e-test. Okay. So try to answer quickly, please. Okay.
What we will talk about last night.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. Mr. Mustafa?
What is meant by ask you? Yes, sir, yes. What is meant by ask you to talk about last night or the weekend? Isn't it ask a student?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, ask the student.
Yes, you is interrupting me.
What, sir? Your question is not clear.
I think you here is not correct. Ask students
to talk about last night or the weekend.
Okay.
Okay. I ask. This is an activity.
What did you do?
This is an activity. I wanted to ask.
Situations.
Last night or the weekend.
Okay. I wanted to use the social language. I wanted to use the social language to encourage the student to express themselves and what they did. I wanted them to use the English.
Yeah.
Okay. Try to move the answers because I will have some time in this exercise. Okay. The first, actually, we start the class by greet the class. Yes. Do you agree with me? Greet the class, and then ask a learner why they are late. So the first, greet the class and ask the learners why they are late. So what could you say in this situation? Okay, we can say something like that. Good morning, everyone. How are you all today? Are you all well? Are you all well? Okay. So this is sorry. This is greet the class.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Okay, this is greeting the class. Okay, good morning, everyone. How are you all? Okay, I'm sorry. I want to. I will mute you all to understand to hear me well. Okay. Okay. So how are you all today? This is a connected speech here. A connected speech here. In these two words. Okay. The first word you ends with a vowel. Okay. And the second word begins with a vowel. So we should insert here wah sound. Okay. So we don't say how are you all. No. we should say, how are you all? Okay, we insert here wah sound. Okay, that's the first one related to connected speech. The second one, today. Can I ask you, where is the stress here in this word? Today. Where is the stress?
Second syllable.
Yeah, in the second syllable. So we don't say today. No, we don't say like this. We say today, today. Okay? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So when you ask the learners why they are late, we said or we ask, why are you late? Okay. Some teachers think that late is a verb. Okay. That's not correct. Late is an adjective, so we use use verb to be.
Adverb.
Yeah, we use verb to be here. Okay. Okay. Do you agree with me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The second situation or the second activity, talk to the class about the weather or about someone's clothes. Okay, so we can say something like that. It's very hot, cold today, isn't it? Do you feel hot? Do you feel cold? Can you open the window, please? Okay. You can take off your jacket. Okay, it's so hot. Okay, so how can you make that better? Okay, how can you make that better? How can you make the weather better? Okay, can you guess? This is some questions that we can ask to the learners to develop the classroom language. Okay, we can ask these questions to develop the classroom language. Okay, please, if you don't want to use the mic, please unmute yourself. Miss Shahinda, I'm sorry, I will mute you. Okay. The next slide or the next activity. Take the register. Okay. This is register, not register, not register. Okay. Register. Okay. It's the just sound here and the stress at the beginning of the word. So take the register. Okay. So we can say something like that. Now, who can read this, please? My voice is not clear, so can anyone read this, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go on. Okay, go on.
No.
Okay, Mr. Mustafa or Miss Ines. Okay.
Now, thank you.
Yes.
Now I'm going to take the register. What are you going to say when I say your name?
Okay, when I take a register from my learners, okay, I agree with them. You say yes. Okay, you say yes as an example here. Okay, number 4. Okay, who can read number 4? Miss Wallet.
Yes.
Okay, read number 4, please.
Ask about absent learners. B hasn't arrived.
Yeah, the learner B. Someone, Ahmed, Muhammad.
B hasn't arrived. Okay. Ask the class to remember the last lesson.
Okay, these are 2 activities. Okay, ask about the absent learners, and then we want to review the last lesson. Okay, so we can say something.
Okay.
We can say something like that. Okay, read
Where do you think? Where do you think they might be? Do you remember what we talked last time?
Okay, where do you think they might be? Do you remember what we talked last time? The first one, we asked about absent learners. The second one, do you remember what talked last time? Okay, about reviewing the lesson. Okay, number 5. Okay, number 5, who can read?
Deal with an interruption, such as someone losing their pen or book.
Okay, deal with interruption. Okay, as a student, Master, I can't find my book. I can't find my pen. Okay, so the learner has lost their pen. Okay, ask some question to help them remember where they left their pen. So something like what's your pen like? Okay, where was the last place did you set? Okay, some questions like that. Okay, the last activity. Oh, number 6. Get a member of the class to ask a latecommer. Okay, I'm sorry. I mute you. I will mute you all. Okay. Okay. Get a member of a class to ask a latecomer why they are late. We can say something like that. Ask B why they are late. B is a learner, the name of the learner. Okay. Why they are late? Make a suggestion that will help B not to be late again. Okay. The last one, ask you to talk about last night or the weekend. So we can say something like that. Work in pairs or small groups. Tell each other what you did last night or at the weekend. Ask each other questions about what you did last night or at the weekend. Okay, we can stop here. Okay, we can stop here because it's I think it's 10 now. The session lasts for more than 90 minutes. Thank you so much for this for this good session, and I wish I see you soon, inshallah, in the next session. Okay. Please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, please. Okay. Yes. I wish I meet you in the next session, inshallah. I will try to be the next session will be on Friday because I want all of you to attend the session because the general supervisor talks us a lot about the absentee or absence. I can't do anything about this. So I want more of our colleagues to attend the session. I try to, as I said before, facilitate the material. I'm your colleague, and we benefit from each other. Okay, so see you soon, inshallah, in the next session, and there will be tasks on Google Classroom. Okay, some of us joined the classroom only 11. Okay, I will post some tasks on the Google Classroom, and I will give you a lot of time to do these tasks. Okay, don't worry, and I will explain how to write on the Google Classroom and how do you hand it in the tasks. Okay, don't worry about that. I will make you a video, or I will post a video on WhatsApp group to understand everything about Google Classroom. The tasks will be easy, and the benefit of the task is to consolidate what we learned in the session. Okay. In the next session, we want someone. Okay, we will discuss the tasks. Okay. Okay, and we want someone to present a lesson. Okay, and this will we do in the WhatsApp group, and we will choose someone to present a lesson if he wants. Okay, and we'll agree about that on WhatsApp group. Thank you so much for this great session, and I wish you to wish you to meet you in the next session, inshallah, and I wish you all the best. I wish you good night, and I'm so sorry for the long session. Yes.
You are welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, see you soon, inshallah.
Excuse me, Mr. Said.
Bye bye. Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you, Mr.
Can you
Said.
hear me?
Thank you, sir.
Mr.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes. Any question? Yes.
Yes.
Can we do it at 9 o'clock?
Can what?
Instead of 8 o'clock.
I don't hear.
9 o'clock instead of 8.
Instead of 8? The session will be 9 o'clock. Okay. We will agree about we will agree about the date of the session, okay, or the day of the session and the time of the session. But I don't want to be late, okay, because the session will last for 90 minutes, okay, and I don't want to be more late here, okay. So we will agree, and the majority will win, okay. Okay. Any question, sir? Any question, Mr. Mustafa, or any?
Yes,
sir.
Mr. Said, please. My name is not included in the list.
You don't write down your name in the chat box?
Not the list that Mr. Mustafa Abdulaziz wrote on the WhatsApp group.
Yes.
My name is not included.
Yeah, your name isn't on the group, on the WhatsApp group. Okay, sir.
Yes.
I want your full name, please, and I will look, take a look again on the file. Okay, and if you are with me, I will register you in the, or I will make you join the WhatsApp group. Okay, you are with Mr.
I am on the WhatsApp new group. I am on WhatsApp group.
Okay, so what's the problem, sir?
Mr. Mustafa sent a list include the names, but my name is excluded. I don't know why.
Your name?
Is it because I'm a supervisor, not a teacher?
Yes, sir. Your name is. I think your name is in the file. In the list. I think I will search for it and I will tell you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you.
Any question? Any question? Okay. See you next session, inshallah. Bye bye.
Okay. Goodbye.
Good night.